Hey guys, it's Coach Steve, and I've got this week's announcements and workout brief. So for announcements this week, Saturday and Sunday, we have our handstand workshop. This coincides with our handstand practice challenge. For those of you who are playing with this is a great opportunity to go in and learn some of the things that maybe you've been struggling with in this handstand practice challenge, and give you a chance to build on those things so that last week you can practice a lot of really great stuff. Be sure to sign up. This week, we will be cutting things off Thursday of this week, so be sure to sign up. Second, it is becoming close to CrossFit Open season. I encourage everybody to sign up for the CrossFit Open. It's a great opportunity to kind of get a benchmark of where you sit and see yourself grow year over year. These workouts are very specific to kind of CrossFit methodology. So you kind of get an idea of how you meet up against other communities, but not only that, you get a feel for where you are, and it's going to push you to a place that you normally wouldn't. Kind of like training for a 5K versus running in a 5K race. You're generally going to do more when you sign up for the race. To help you guys prepare and understand how we do it in-house, we're going to do a Friday Night Lights pre-run, which means we're going to run Friday night, the last Friday of the month. We're going to run that like we would the CrossFit Open. And that means we'll have heats and we'll kind of get together. You'll have a judge and just kind of get a feel for what things are gonna be like when we get to the Open. I know a lot of you haven't done it before, so doing it ahead of time will help you feel a little bit better about it. That's coming up in over a week, so really look out for that in next week's announcements. Coming up this week, this cycle, we are in a shoulder press or shoulder strength cycle. We're going to be really going overhead for a month to see how well we can change that. So Monday, we're going to start things off with kind of one of our classic shoulder to overhead workouts. Shoulder press 3 times for 1 rep. That's going as heavy as you can each rep. And then going push press for 3 sets of 3 and push jerk for 3 sets of 5. And generally the way this works is if you do these really well, you're going to find that the weight's going to stay the same or even go up each one of those movements. So your shoulder press is going to be limited by strength. Your push press is going to be limited by how much power you can generate driving up. And your push jerk is going to be limited by how well you can maintain good positions and drop under the bar. So kind of just keep focused on those pieces. This is a lot of skill involved with specifically the push jerk. So maybe it's one of those places where you don't go super heavy and you just practice the movement. That's perfectly fine. Spend some time finding out where you can push and push press, and then practice the push jerk. Just do not wreck those shoulders or back. Be very tight and braced when you go overhead. Tuesday, we're going to row. And by row, I mean we're going to do 3 rounds of about 2K. I'm looking for this effort to be less than 10 minutes. And then we're going to rest till we're pretty close to fully ready to go. And we're going to do it again. Now that means you're not able to go quite 100% on each of the 2K rows or each of the efforts, but you're going to be able to go pretty hard. This is kind of a 90% plus effort because you get 5 minutes of rest. Do not try to blow this out of the water. Do not try to PR your 2K row. It will not pay off in the end. That last round, if you feel like pushing it, seeing where your body can go, by all means, but don't do that on the first 2 rounds. Really, the goal here is to try to find a pace that you can maintain for all 3 rounds or even slightly speed up. Obviously, the distance drops as we go down in levels, so just keep an eye on that. Like I said, we're looking for less than 10 minutes, so do not blow yourself up trying to beat that. We're looking for just a consistent pace in that time range. Wednesday, very classic named CrossFit workout, Angie. Angie is one of those workouts where you have to perform all of the reps of one movement before you move to the next. So at those upper levels, you're doing 100 pull-ups. You have to finish all 100, and then you move to 100 push-ups. After the 100 push-ups, you do 100 ab mat sit-ups, and then 100 air squats. This one actually gets easier as you move down the list. The pull-ups will have a tendency to wreck your shoulders a little bit, so the push-ups don't go in as big a chunks as you think they might. I want to be very specific about how well you do those push-ups. Just because there's a lot of reps, just because you're very tired, doesn't mean you can do crappy push-ups. If that's where you need to go, scale the reps or scale the movement down. For the sit-ups and squats, that's just maintaining a pace that you can grind through. It's not going to be balls to the wall going crazy, but it's not going to be just sitting back and relaxing. You can push those two movements. They're very simple and very safe to do. So you can kind of push the pace on that, but do them well. Angie is one of those that does tax you quite a bit. Your shoulders will certainly feel the pain, the love with that. What we're looking for is around that 20-minute mark for Angie. So kind of keep that in mind as you're going through. It will hurt initially. Thursday, we're going to start off the day with some glute bridge floor press. This is laying on the floor, butt in the air, squeezing your belly, squeezing your butt, and doing a bench press type of movement. Obviously, the floor gets in the way of your elbows, so you're not going to go full range of motion down, but you're going to come down controlled and up for 8 reps. This is a classic hypertrophy range. You should feel those muscles starting to burn. That's the weight we're looking for, but not necessarily going to failure or past failure before 8. We're just looking to get some good quality muscle squeeze in those 8 reps. Once we're done with that, we're going into another named workout, Christine. 3 rounds. This one's a little faster. 3 rounds, 500-meter row, 12 deadlifts at a moderately light weight, and 21 box jumps at a lower box than what we normally do. These are relatively safe and low intensity type of weights that you can kind of push that pace just a little bit. Now, the time domain here is still around that 10 to 12 minute mark. So don't go out of the gate too quickly, but realize that this isn't a super long workout. You can push this one, and you should be able to push through this one at a decent clip. If you feel like any part of this is kind of slowing you down or really just, man, trudging through, scale it down, make it easier, and push through with intensity on this one. Friday, kind of still gearing up for that CrossFit Open. We're going to do CrossFit Open WOD 18.1, 20-minute AMRAP. So 20 minutes, as many rounds as possible, 8 toes to bar, 10 clean and jerks with dumbbells, and 14 calorie row for the guys, 12 for the ladies. What we're looking for here is we're looking for about a round every 2-ish minutes, maybe a hair longer than that. But you should really be able to start off this thinking, yeah, about every 2 minutes, 2:15, 2.25 minutes, getting a round done. So that means you're going to have to stay very consistent. Don't go to failure on toes to bar. Keep those dumbbell clean and jerks very clean, and don't rush through those. The row is where you can blow yourself out or pace yourself well. So find that nice groove that you can last for 20 minutes. Having done this one in the past, it is very easy to blow out very early on this. 8 toes to bar that first round feel amazing. They go quickly. 14 calorie row, super fast. Let's blow through that. That's not a good formula for success here. Go at a nice, even pace. This one will catch up. Your shoulders and your grip will get tired. So keep that in mind. Keep things under control. Do not fall off a bar. Don't get to where you're dropping any of the weights. Control on this one. 20 minutes is a lifetime on this workout. And on Saturday, Black History Month continues. We're doing a workout for strength today in honor of Kobe Bryant. 10 back squats for 3 sets. That's for total load, not max weight of 10. We're going all three, basically 30 reps. How heavy can you go? Breaking that up into sets of 10. Same for the front squats. And then the same thing for power cleans. This is about generating power in these 3 movements. This is in the hypertrophy range. So what you will feel is an intense burning in your muscle. Those muscles will be squeezing and fatigued. You will also be at that point where your breathing becomes part of the equation. It's that balance between breathing and muscle fatigue. Keep in mind, this is not for time. So you can take breaths between reps. You don't have to rush through them, but you want those muscles to be fully fatigued by the end of this workout. And that's what we have coming up this week, guys. It's going to be one of those weeks that should be fun. There's definitely some good shoulder burners in here. So be very specific when you come in. If your shoulders are fatigued, let the coach know. Don't be afraid to scale a workout down a little more than maybe normal, and realize you're not going to hit a PR on every workout this week. You're probably going to have to just back off and train. And that's the goal of this week, guys. Look forward to seeing you in the gym. Don't forget to sign up for that handstand workshop Saturday and Sunday. We want to see you there. We want to see you guys getting better at handstands. Oh, and by the way, they will be coming up in the open, so you might as well practice now. Bye, guys.